Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium. Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. Set for football now on a rainy Sunday afternoon. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Ramp. Oh.
Watch out.
Shit.
Hatch it.
They'll run it now. Out we go. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Nice hit, baby.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Great, great. Black, black, come on.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, great 15, great 15.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
Liz. Go, go. 120. Hey, great 15, great 15.
49, check 49, check 49.
Hey, rip 5-7.
90.
Here, sit. On the ball.
Waits to throw on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
For Tokyo. Lion, lion.
Mike 52.
Hey, ram.
Coming.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Hang in
So
there now. Hang in
2nd
there
down
now.
and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right.
Black, come on.
Hey.
82.
4 down. Joker.
Here, sit.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. This one complete to Curtis Samuel.
Hey, I need one over
And
here.
they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
3 down.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Broncos with their first trip to the
over here,
red
over here.
zone thus far. 1st and
Lion,
10 at the
lion.
19.
Hey, rip 5-7.
Hey, turn it out.
Here, sit.
52. Check 31.
Into the red zone. Wentz. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
For Tokyo.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Tight. Watch left.
Black, come on.
3 down.
82.
52.
What's on?
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Will Fuller from 19 yards away. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now McManus on to kick this one off.
Five down. Stand up in.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Double tight. Hey, we got 3.
Mixon with a first down carry. Powering his way forward. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Tight end's right.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
Now, this play was all about the eyes. As he rolled out to his right, he kept one eye downfield and one eye on what was in front of him, and he ended up picking up some pretty good yardage.
Detroit!
So at first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line.
Gun!
And the pitch goes to Mixon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Well, they need to get to the 29
Detroit!
if they want to pick up a first here on third down. Now back to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be fourth down.
Yeah, baby!
They're going for it with the option right. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time, doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Hey, 4 down.
Ram, ram, ram. Ram, ram, ram.
Fresno, Fresno.
Black. 46 down, man. 5-4. Lion. Here, sit.
Jim.
On 1st down, Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Tight end right.
Run.
Hey.
Hey, over here.
3 down.
Ram.
Big edge.
Here, sit.
He's coming.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. That is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Tight end to the right. Move.
Blitz 5-7.
3 down.
Go. Lady. Blitz 5-2.
Deuce.
Black, come on.
Hey, Mike 52.
Hey, great 57.
He runs.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
3 down.
Hey, 52, great. 46 down, man, 5-4. Hey, stat.
Check 13.
Here, sit.
Working for the gun, Wentz. He finds his target, Fuller. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Ram.
Mike 52.
Hey, we're good.
Let's go one more. Switch.
Ramp. Here, sit.
Hey, check.
Lefty.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Come on now, oh, come on now. Let's go. Hey, we're good, we're good. Liz, Liz.
And they'll try the run game here with the running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Get over there! Go!
Check.
Here,
They'll run it down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Go!
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Throwing now is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Tyson.
On play action, Wentz. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Flush to his right. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Mike 2. Hey,
Watch him now, Barney.
watch the screen. He's crashing.
They'll go option to the short side. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Gun! Detroit!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Underneath, this is Bernard. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out the zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Double tight. 3 down, 3 down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll give it to him up the middle.
Yes.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17. Cameron Hayward in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Baltimore after this. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, come get a little bit closer this time.
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right.
Gold.
3 down, 3 down.
Hey, rip 5-7. Lion.
Let's
Listen. Here, sit.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Great.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike's 5-2.
Gold.
Tackles.
Hey, ram. Here, sit.
You got tight right there.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Dancing to his left. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Here, sit.
Alert.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with it. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
Detroit! Over!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 5 yards on the catch there, brings that second down.
Gun!
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Pick the edge. Go.
Over!
Play it.
He'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be taken in at the 1. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Play action. Now Wentz. He's going to sling this deep down, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Please. Great 15.
Let's get that ball.
Please.
Check 3.
Wentz now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
40. Get over there. Go. Please.
No, check that. We're going to Mike 52.
Rip.
Coming.
Here, sit.
Check 50.
Once again here on second and 10.
Check 6 guy.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
What do you want?
Picked off at the 25. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. happens time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Tight end's right. Watch tight end.
At least 5-7.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Here, shit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 and the 26. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Great.
Getting had a ton of success here so far.
Great 15.
But you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time,
down,
we?
man, 5-4.
Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. That goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're talking trash everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
Shorty.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Wentz now on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Single receiver.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
We're good. 81. Done. 180.
Watch the curl. Watch
good chip. Here, chip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Great.
Tight right.
Great.
Check the outs out there. Hey. We got 3. 3 down.
Run.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 30 yards there.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right.
For Tokyo. Here, chip.
Check. 4 down. 4 down.
They'll try to run for it on first and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and failing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Well, they need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
I got 11. We got heavy.
Don't go. Lady!
Hey, right 52.
Wentz now to throw. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And McManus able to put it through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there. Hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone. And
what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
We got 4. We got 4.
Here's a give to Mixon. A second nice move, a spin. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
No. Check. Patriot.
Back to Mixon on the first down. Fights him off. There he goes right side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them.
Run.
Not easily done.
Dragon. Run, run. 81, 81.
3 down.
Run.
53.
Shift.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Tight end right.
Lion. Hey, stash.
We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
Shift.
Check it out.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
Even. 4 down.
Gun!
Hey, switch.
Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll rifle, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. As these guys are in for 6, and the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. So the Broncos coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Flushed out right. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Von Miller in there to get him for a loss of a yard, and it'll bring up third down.
For Tokyo! Liz 5-7. Hey, Bush. Black.
Where's 52? Watch 52.
What's on?
Use the mic.
What's your son? Here, shit.
Now Wentz on third down. Got his target, Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Black, come on.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Von Miller in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. The Broncos on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hey, we are.
On play possession. It's Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
81, 81. 3 down. Gold. 82, 82. Sunday. Shorty. Great. Lion. 357.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. He's gonna let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. On the NFL scoreboard, 4th quarter now at Soldier Field. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their second on the young season. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Over.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. They're down big here late.
Let's go.
I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Wentz. He goes underneath to Freeman. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Great 15.
To throw is Wentz. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times.
Run.
Because he can trust you being in the right spot.
Sunday.
And they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Here we go. 120.
Coming to you.
Here, shit.
On 1st down, Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Hey,
so after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
3 down.
Hey, rip 5-2, hot here. Here, shit.
They'll run him now out of the gun. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
82,
and the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They get 7 here, but it brings up 4th.
Hey, Lou.
Crunch.
Great.
No, check that. We're going Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Let's go, D.
Down in man inside, down in man.
Step it up.
Hey, 74. Here, shift.
Watch the shit. Hey.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Out.
All right, now, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Gun.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Ravens, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Denver, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Seattle Seahawks. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, and for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. 3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Bang, bang, bang.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception throw.
And that last one, that hurts.
14.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vanette. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback,
yeah,
you've got to make that throw, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in the
And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Run, 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 run!
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go! All day, baby.
Come on, in and out. Come on, tempo.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this is caught at the 8. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may be over for you.
Now Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will bring this this one back. It's a pick six for a Redskins touchdown.
Oh, nice pick. Nice pick.
So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Now Wilson on second down. Now he'll escape to his left. Now he'll throw deep, and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
Come on, let's go.
And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Here's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And now running right through it. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
They're coming. They're coming.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Double tight. Double tight. 3 down. 3 down. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every run.
They'll try and run for it with Penny, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake kind of was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
Geis with the carry on second down. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Singles.
They'll drop the throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Leopard! Leopard!
3 down. Hey,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally.
All right, now, lucky 56.
And open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
He'll set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot!
He'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man, having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Mason Foster in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this street, the pass rushers. Because most of the time, they're the ones that pick things in the pocket for a quarterback trying to throw the football. Rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Line 54.
They'll hand it to Nice. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Watch him now, Barney! Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll check it down to Geis. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have recovered. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And down inside the 15 he goes. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Bang out! 12.
53, Mike 53.
Zebra.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Gun. Hey. 18.
Check three.
Gotta go.
Get him.
To throw is Wilson. To throw again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Oh, yeah.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up
zero,
extra
zero, zero.
space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Fellas, let's set a tone.
Hey.
Take it.
There.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Yeah, he's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
To throw again is Wilson. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here.
Tempo. Gotta go. Well. Hey, 0.
Here we go. Check it, motion. Check the call. Motion. Pump.
Hey. 14. Gotta go.
Hey. You gotta get moving, man. Man, moving.
Wilson will throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, baby.
Hurry up, here we go.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now back to throw. Going for the deep ball. It got his man. Complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
Okay, baby, I see you.
No. Check. Patriot.
On first down, this is Geis. 20.
Check.
A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Watch QB drop.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit! Back there!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Being chased out left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal.
Alert! Alert!
Now let's go! 319! 319!
They run with Geis. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the second quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
And his kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision. Let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down.
After the penalty, it's Hill. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Let's go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much.
And it's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The gain of 39 that time. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Slam.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. 14, 14. 14, Friday.
Now Wilson on 1st down. He hits Baldwin right side. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone.